Hi ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Ravenberg here. This video that I'm going to do here, you'll have to excuse me first of all. It's night time in my location. Right now it's just past 2 a.m. But since I was busy with this idea, I thought I'd immediately shoot this video. You know, you gotta strike while the iron is hot. In any case, I'm recording this in my kitchen. It's been a while since I've recorded a video in my kitchen. But the reason that I don't record what I usually do behind my patron's altar is because of the fact that it's nighttime and today is his day. Today's Tuesday after all. So I held ritual for him, so the candles are still burning bright and everything. I just don't want to disturb that area with the candles and everything. Yeah, this video is going to be on the goetic spirit Marbas. Marbas is you'll have to excuse me, the fifth spirit that is mentioned in the Goetia. And I am going to start right off the bat, okay? The description is literally that he's a great president and he appears in the form of a lion, and afterwards he appears at the request of the evocator or at the request of the magician that summoned him. He'll turn into a human being. And now his skill set, he answered truly of things hidden or secret. He caused diseases and cured them. Again, he giveth great wisdom and knowledge in mechanical arts and can change men into other shapes. So that's his skill set, okay? He can cause people to shapeshift, he can deal with diseases, he can cause and cure diseases, and he answers truly of all things hidden and secret. So he can give you answers on clandestine topics or occult topics or hidden topics, and he is extremely knowledgeable on mechanical arts. Yeah, I am going to dissect this for you guys, and I unfortunately have to say, well, unfortunately is subject to how you want to interpret it, but this is pure nonsense. The majority of it is pure nonsense. I just dealt with Marbas, I spoke to Marbas, and Marbas appeared as a horse to me. Of course, this doesn't matter, okay? All of this is subject to the operator to an extent, and appearances don't matter, to put it that way. He can take on the shape of any spirits, generally can take on any shape, more or less. He appeared as a horse, and his voice was hoarse, kind of gruff in the beginning, kind of semi-guttural, or at least partially guttural. But at a certain point, at some points he stood upright, kind of like a half-man, half-horse hybrid. Not like a centaur. He stood on two legs, but his head was that of a horse. It's kind of like the horror version of realistically horror version of a guy with a naked guy with a horse head on. Kind of like a gag, but this was the realistic version of it. His voice did change for the better later, so that's not a problem. I had from beginning to end, I had no issue in understanding Marbas or anything like that. I'm just bringing this up in detail because I don't want to miss anything. And yeah, I did the research on Marbas the way that I usually do, and like I just said, none of this none of this is true, honestly. The absolute majority of this is not true, okay? Marbas is a Saturnian spirit. He falls under Saturn, specifically 21 degrees in Capricorn, and 21 degrees stands for experiment. So Marbas is basically an experimenter. The only thing that comes even close to Marbas be having something as a specialty, his skill set listed as a specialty, or one of his skill sets, is the last line, or the line before the last, okay, that he's knowledgeable in mechanical arts. Based on everything, yeah, Marbas can help you with, if you're an inventor or a scientist or anyone that is working in commerce or industry and you simply want to invent the wheel, okay, or you want to invent something new, something that's daring, something innovative, and yeah, Marbas can help you with that, okay? This entire skill set gives that away, okay? Marbas himself is an innovator in that regard, okay? And Capricorn as a zodiac sign in general deals with ambition, the strong desire to achieve goals, the need for public recognition, It deals with the corporate world, and those are positive character traits: strong drive. Drawbacks are coldness, and yeah, that is it. So yeah, Marbas would be able to help you with that. But other than that, Marbas is just a neutral Capricornian, therefore Saturnian spirit. Neutral, I mean neutral. When I say neutral, I mean neutral in the sense that it doesn't really have a specialty. Marbas doesn't have a specialty. The other things that I can cover for you guys are that he causes as well as cures diseases. Not a specialty, okay? Saturn as a planet deals up to a certain extent or up to a certain point with diseases, but nowhere near a specialty. No. At best, Marbas is moderately good at this as a Saturnian spirit. Um, the planets, okay, and therefore its entities that deal with diseases are the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, or Neptune, okay? The Sun by default, everybody knows that about the Sun. The Sun is master healer, the Sun can heal and so on. Raphael, as ruler of the Sun, can cure as well as cause tremendous diseases and afflictions. That's no secret. That is one of the basics when it comes to the occult properties of the Sun. Mercury, as ruler of the zodiac sign Virgo, which deals with physical illnesses as a specialty, okay? We're talking about physical illnesses. And therefore, and its ruler Michael, the archangel Michael, he can also deal with that, okay? So basically dealing with physical afflictions or physical illnesses would fall under Michael's domain, and basically Mercury. And last but not least, you've got Jupiter slash Neptune. Jupiter's ruler is Zakiel, and Neptune's ruler is Raziel. These guys deal with specialize more. If it did come to a disease, these guys specialize more in mental afflictions, so mental disorders, everything, mental illnesses, anything that you can imagine, from schizophrenia to anything like that, because they rule both of those planets or celestial bodies rule over Pisces as a zodiac sign. Neptune is at its strongest in Pisces, the modern ruler, and Jupiter is the classical ruler, ruling over Pisces and Sagittarius. And Pisces, one of the things that Pisces rules over and deals with is mental afflictions. That's why astrologically and zodiacal wise, Virgo as well as Pisces oppose each other. Virgo is an earth sign, okay? Pisces is a water sign, and they oppose each other. The one deals with physical afflictions or physical illnesses, the other one deals with mental afflictions. So yeah, that's basically how I dissected it for you guys. I'm not done with the video yet. I'm just talking about diseases specifically. And again, those planets more and its relating entities deal with these kind of matters. But nah, Saturn as a whole, Saturn has, okay, again, at best, Saturn has a moderate level of healing and disease causing properties, but nowhere near anything that comes close to a specialty, okay? If you summon Marbas for something like that, Marbas will be able to help you at best in a moderate way. And again, I'm not saying that the other planets don't have healing properties, okay? I experienced this firsthand when I had a minor ear problem, a buildup of earwax in my left ear, this ear, just caused me some discomfort to the point where every time that I woke up this every morning, and I simply wanted to lay this way in a fetus position on my left ear, that my ear would start or every time I just stuck my finger in my ear briefly or something like that, my ear would just cause me problems. I would be unable to hear properly. It would be like my ear was filled with water. I do need to get that checked out by a physician. I need to get my ears cleaned. But in any case, I am at the moment working with Raziel, the archangel Raziel, ruler of Neptune. And at a certain point, I think a week or two ago or 3 weeks ago, he told me, I can help you out with your ear problem if you want. Okay, it won't take any extra energy away from our work, and I've noticed that it causes you some discomfort, and it's simply a bonus from me to you. And I was like, really? You can do that? You deal with more, you specialize more in mental afflictions, right? Okay, but this is an affliction nevertheless, so you also have some proficiency in this, even if it's not a specialty. And he was like, yeah. And I said, fine, so be it. And it was like, and my ear just eased up in like 4 days or something, less than a week. And I told him, thank you, thanks for that. This is just to illustrate my point, okay? I'm not saying that Saturn and therefore Marbas has no healing properties whatsoever or have no healing properties. I'm simply saying that at the best it will be moderate, but don't expect wonders from Marbas. Don't expect Marbas to heal someone that has a violent fever and that is bedridden or is that was admitted or is admitted into your local infirmary or hospital. No, good luck with that. Good luck with that. In any case, that covers the disease part. Now on to the shape-shifting part. The shape-shifting part is also not a specialty, okay? The planets and zodiac signs that deal with shape-shifting is an occult art, and Pisces deals with that. All forms of magic, we're talking about witchcraft, Wicca, what I do, so Western ceremonial magic, everything of an occult nature, voodoo, all of that is Pisces. All things of a clandestine nature belong to Pisces, and therefore Jupiter/Neptune. Shape-shifting in this case, okay, that's from an occult perspective. Even if you were to take things from a physical perspective, Aries would, as a zodiac sign, and therefore its ruler Mars, would come into play, because Aries deals with one's physical body. So even if you wanted to look at it from that way, this is in my opinion, okay, I did the research and everything extensively just now. Even if you wanted to take things from that direction, if you wanted to look at things from that direction, it's not a specialty by far, okay? It is going to take a ridiculous amount of time and energy and a ridiculous amount of effort from your part as well as Marbas's part to make you shape shift. And even then, you'll change shapes, but you won't be able to change shapes like just willy-nilly, okay, from 1 second to the other. It's not like you'll be able to turn into a lizard or anything else. By shape-shifting here, it simply meant that you can become thinner, you can become fatter, big boned. If you want to look differently, all of that is possible. But don't expect to turn into a werewolf or anything like that, okay? This is also not a specialty of Marbas. You can say or do whatever you'd like. No, not a specialty, period. Doesn't even come close. None whatsoever. So just keep that in mind. Marbas will be able to help you, but that is the extent to which he'll be able to help you. He'll be able to help you change your physical body in a certain way, in a minor way, okay? In minor changes. You'd even be better off with the Martian spirit, with a spirit that directly deals with weight change and so on. There are simply better alternatives and options, much better ones. Not insulting Marbas, he knows that. And let's see, the last thing is that he answers truly of things hidden or secret. This is also a lie. I'm not going to lie to you. Marbas has nothing, okay, that sets him aside. With other goetic spirits, okay, that also have this description, because a lot of spirits have the description that they can tell you everything, the past, the present, the future. The ones that I've researched, these are all lunar, and I can understand where the writer of the Goetic got this from, that it is lunar. These spirits can tell you the past, present, future, and all things hidden. Because the moon also deals with clandestine affairs, okay, as the moon is strong in... the moon deals with the astral, so okay, the unseen. So the moon is strong in all water signs, Pisces, Cancer, as well as Scorpio. All of them have occult properties, strong occult properties. Water as an element is an occult element and deals with clandestine affairs. So I understand that, but no, this is just that he can tell you secrets. No, he won't be able to tell you anything truly exceptional or anything that no other spirit can help you with. Like I said, he's neutral in that regard. Saturn as a whole can divulge secrets, but only secrets that fall under its rulership or domain, and ergo Marbas being able to share some of that knowledge with you. But don't expect, for example, to find hidden treasure at Marbas or anything like that. No. And that is basically it. Like I just said, all of these things have been covered, okay? The whole uncovering, answering about things hidden or secret, causing and curing diseases, giving great wisdom and knowledge in mechanical arts. That is the only thing that Marbas comes close to having as a specialty. And the whole shape-shifting thing, changing men into other shapes, nah, that's all nonsense. Okay, so that is it with regarding Marbas. I double checked this to be sure because Marbas looks eerily similar to Orobas. I haven't researched Orobas, the other goetic spirit, but the fact that their names are so that their names share so much, okay, are so much alike, says enough. They also look a lot alike. When I first saw Marbas in terms of appearance, he reminded me a lot of a Dramalach, and boom, a Dramalach just appeared. But I've already written an article on that. You can look for that on my website. I can't remember if I did a video on a Dramalach. I don't think so. No. In any case, maybe I'll do a video on him in the future. But you can read the article. You can read the article already if you want to. But yeah, that's what Marbas basically looks like, and. A lot of all of these guys look like horses. They appear like horses. Marbas also appears as a normal horse. That is the most natural shape that he took, or the most ease in shape, or yeah, just a natural shape. A horse basically with white vanilla-like colors, light brownish colors, and that is it. Whereas a Dramalach is more black, like a stallion, and Orobas too, but not as dark as Dramalach. I saw all three of them, but I only spoke to Marbas, okay, when being busy just now, when doing my research and everything. So yeah, that is it on you guys. So keep in mind, Marbas is Saturnian, corresponding zodiac sign is Capricorn, 21 degrees, which stands for experiment. So if you're an innovator, if you're an inventor, you want to invent something new, then yeah, you can work with Marbas. Marbas has more than his fair share to offer to you and to help you in this regard. Or if you're simply an entrepreneur that wants to make it big through some new idea that no one has ever thought of, or that no one up to this point or very few have thought of within commerce or industry, then yeah, you can work with Marbas. But all the other things, nah, Marbas is moderately well at all of these things at best. I also read a couple of stories online just now about Marbas, and there are a bunch of people that just blindly evoke Marbas or summon Marbas for healing and so on. And it's just like I said, one article was pure nonsense of a magician that simply didn't ask anything from Marbas. And Marbas told him, you didn't ask anything, but you just asked for blessings of the world. That's just stupid. I'm not insulting that magician or sorcerer, but I'm not going to summon a spirit to literally just wish well upon the world. I can wish well upon the world by sheer intent. That's like summoning a goetic spirit and asking for world peace. Come on, who are you kidding? And then claiming that it's a success. That bothered me the most. The guy claimed that it was a success, and I was like, wow, what a load of shit. What a crock of shit. I read another one about someone that summoned Marbas to heal a family member, his little sister or niece or something, and she had a cancer or a tumor or something, and Marbas was able, just like I said, to moderately ease her because the tumor started going down, subsiding a bit, and her fever also went down a bit. Like I just said, okay, Saturn also deals with things like death and so on, Saturn deals with necessary negativities, okay? Death is necessary, okay? Death is necessary in life, and necessary levels of destruction. So yeah, there is something in Saturn for afflictions and diseases, but again, don't expect tremendous results. Don't expect, the guy shouldn't expect the entire tumor or swelling to go down. Otherwise, Marbas has really injected a whole heap of energy in there, and the working was a heavy working. I mean, that is a rare exception, but generally speaking, no. Okay, he'll do moderately well at best. And other than that, I didn't see anything noteworthy. all the other things are just incorrect or misleading. Things that make no sense whatsoever. And I was like, nah, this makes zero sense, okay? And now, last but not least, I'm going to close off with the author of the Goetia itself, okay? All the other spirits mentioned in the Goetia too, the author really just slapped a good deal of stuff together, okay? And not what's making it worse is that people are just literally turning it from bad to worse. The Goetia already isn't the greatest of grimoires to begin with, and in terms of efficiency and accuracy. And a lot of people out there are just ruining it. For starters, a simple example is that in the Goetia, all of these guys are mentioned as spirits, okay? That's what they are. They're spirits. And yet a lot of people call them demons. Oh, the 72 demons of the Goetia. Oh, for the love of fuck, these are not demons. Okay, a good deal of these aren't even celestials or infernals, or what they were never celestials or infernals. A good deal of these guys are pagan gods. Okay, Vasago. Which other ones have I dealt with? I have dealt with a bunch of them. Belial is infernal. Belial is fallen. Vasago. You'd have to see my thing in the Goetia, my video on the Goetia, my videos on the Goetia evaluated and related, but I can't put my finger on it right now. You'll have to excuse me. I'm also a bit tired, so hence it's close to 2:30. I'm used to being asleep at this time, so I can't put my finger on any other spirit. But a good deal of them are pagan gods. Okay, Baal is another example, pagan god turned demon during Christian times, and so on. Those are just a few examples. In any case, I didn't ask Marbas about his background because he did ask me, but he asked me, "You're not interested in my background, are you?" Because he could tell based on my demeanor. I was like, "No, you know me. No, I mean, you don't know me, but you can just look at me and come to the fair conclusion that I'm not interested in your background, just as I usually am. When usually working with a spirit, first thing and the main thing I care about is what a spirit can do for me, and that is all. I mean, if a spirit wants to share something, his background with me, then I'm all ears. But most of the spirits that I've dealt with have told me this out of themselves. I haven't asked a lot of spirits about their background willingly and taken the initiative or deliberately. The only person that I can remember asking that was Satan, because I had an unusual interest in Satan. The author of the Goetia, regarding this, specifically regarding Marbas, I tried to place myself in the shoes of the author, and the only thing that I could see remotely, where he gets that from, for example, a skill set or something, or an attribute, would be, let's just say, would be the whole mechanical arts thing, like I just said. That was the only part where I could tell, okay, he was, in his calculations or whichever method he used to come to this conclusion in order to write this description. I can somewhere, get somewhere where he got this from. I can place myself in his shoes and look through his eyes to basically get a glimpse of where he got that from. But the only thing that I could trace was the part about mechanical arts, okay? And I thought to myself, he saw Saturn, or he saw Capricorn, and he thought, okay, things dealing with mechanics and all of that, or just technology overall, since Saturn does deal with technology excessively well. Especially its ruler, Zapkiel. I have summoned Zapkiel in the past for a bunch of things. You can read my website and my video too for that, for technical matters. And Zapkiel, up to this point, I've summoned him twice. So I do have my fair share of experience with Zapkiel. Zapkiel with a P, not with a D, the ruler of Saturn, not Jupiter. And he's done well immediately and in such a small amount of time, and excessively well. So I have no complaints about that. I know for a fact that Saturn does have incredible technological potency and potential, but Marbas, all the other attributes, none. The only other thing that I could see was was in my own calculation was the whole shape shifting thing. The author saw, for example, a Mars placement and he thought to himself, okay, shape shifting, but even then he was way off. In any case, that is it. All the two other things like knowledge and so on, no, those are completely incorrect. Okay, we're talking about hidden things, covering, answering truly about things hidden or secret, and diseases. No, these things are. I have no idea where the author got that from. Diseases, okay, Saturn, somewhat maybe, but even then it's heavily restricted. So I don't know what the author's source was, the author of the Goetia, but a lot of this stuff, the Goetia as a whole, a lot of this stuff is incorrect. A lot of it. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. And it's even more damaging to see people, or annoying simply for me as a serious practitioner, to see people just fall for this stuff and blindly summon spirits and are just assuming automatically that just because the Goetia says that they have this specialty, that is their specialty. But in any case, again, I'm not here to preach to anyone. They do as they please, that's their problem. Don't complain when you don't get results, or when the results aren't nearly as good as you expected it to be, and so on and so forth. That is in any case my extensive bit on Marbas. Thanks for watching. Bye.